All right. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, hey everybody, welcome to our total body reset. July 5th, let's burn off any hot dogs, brisket, or whatever else you might have. Go ahead and take your feet out wider than your hips. Turn the toes out and go ahead and check in with your kneecaps. As you bend the knees, we want to see that they go in the same direction as your second, third, and fourth toe. Push into the inner blade of the feet and then press your knees out towards your pinky toes. But when your knees bend, they track with your middle toe. This is very important for starting to strengthen the hips and work on your gait. From here, let's take the arm up and overhead, straightening the legs, but not locking them out. As you inhale, breathe into the center of your chest and reach up at the top of that breath. Maybe even push your knuckles back behind you to start to open the chest and work with your rotator cuff. One more big inhale. As you exhale, push to the feet, bend the knees out towards the pinky toes, pull those elbows in really tight towards your ribs. We are moving into a variation of a squat. Inhale, bring the arms up, hold it at this utmost point. Another big inhale, reach, push the knuckles back, working with range of motion. Exhale, and then next exhale, pull the elbows in, press into the inner blades, press the knees out. Inhale, bring it up, big breath in. Push it back, exhale, bring it down. Now try closing your eyes for the next one or two of these, knowing that you can move as slow as your body wants to, so we're able to permit ourselves enough time to stay balanced. So depending on how fast you're moving, you may do just one more big inhale, press the knuckles back, and then pull the elbows in. From here, holding those elbows in tight, turn your toes forward. And if you were to have walls on either side of you that are clearly visible, you want the edges of your feet to be flush with a flat wall. If you've been experiencing a lot of tightness in your back, or maybe pain in the sciatic nerve region, maybe the outer hip, I'm talking to everybody, right? Turn your toes in so that it may look like you're pigeon-toed, but you're not knock knees. So the knees are going to continue to move in the same direction as your middle toes. From here, take those elbows down to your thighs, straighten the legs out without locking out. Shift the weight into the front of the foot without lifting your heels. Release your hips back, drop your belly. So you're pushing the tailbone back, creating an exaggerated arch in the low back. That's a more natural arch. Take a big breath in here. Exhale, let it go from your throat. Two more, big breath. Option to walk your hands down towards your toes if it feels like that is a comfortable reach. Otherwise, those hands can always stay on the thighs, supporting your spine. One more big exhale. When you're ready, walk the hands up. Let's take the heels in and find your feet now at the width of your pelvis bones. Inhaling, bringing both arms straight up and overhead. Take a nice big breath in. Reach up more with your right hand. Lower that left hand back and down. Press it into the side of your thigh and reach for the outer edge of your left foot. You are welcome to lean over just a little bit, trying to lean into the left foot, not bending at the waist. Now breathe into your upper right lung and try looking up at that right hand so we can work on correcting the muscles and the strength in your neck. One big inhale. Reach a little more at the top of the breath. Stay as you exhale. You're going to bring that armpit in just a tiny bit. Now try lifting your shoulder up to your ear. Big inhale. Raise your shoulder up. You want to wear it like a giant earring. And then exhale, bring it down. One more, big breath in. Option to look up or over to the side. And now bring that shoulder down. From here, take that left arm up. Big breath in, big reach, sweep your right arm back and press it to the inside of your thigh. We can lean into that right foot. Maybe you can imagine that you are trying to lift your left leg. That way the weight is heavy in that right leg and hopefully will drop that stretch into the side of your waist. Breathe into your upper left lung. Reach a little more at the top of the breath. Exhale, it's going to release a little bit. Next one, looking up, big inhale. Exhale, we have a couple more. Allow the shoulders to start rising up to your ear. Big inhale. Pull the muscles on the outside of your ribs and down. Just one more, big inhale. And exhale. Nice, let's bring both arms up and overhead. Big breath in. Step your left foot back, a casual stride. Looking at our feet. So the casual stride, I would say from my right heel to my left toe, it's maybe a dollar bill length. It's not a very wide stride. Some of you are stacking up them dollar bills back there. From here, reach up a little higher. Take a look at the feet, and before we move into this familiar stretch, there's a few things you can try. You are more than welcome to turn your left toe in just half an inch or an inch towards your right foot. As soon as you turn that toe in, notice that you'll start to twist your left hip in just a little bit. If you turn your left toe towards your right heel, your hip will turn in. Big breath, reach. Exhale, pull the elbows in, swivel at your waist, and twist towards the right. From here, reach down with your right hand towards your left leg. Whatever leg is behind you, that is your left leg, I promise. Reach the left arm up as if you're holding on to 500, 1,000 helium balloons. Look back over that right shoulder. Maybe you can look down to your right heel. Press into the inner blades of your feet. Pull up the muscles in the pelvic floor. Act surprise. 1, 2, 3. Hold it there. Big inhale into that upper left lung. Reach and lift your shoulder up. Wear it like a big earring. Exhale, let the shoulder down. 2 more. These are slow, static, methodical stretches. Big inhale. Push into that left heel and lift the left shoulder. Exhale, relax. 1 more. Big inhale. At the top of the breath, I promise the body can stretch more. Big inhale. And now release that shoulder. Lower the left hand to your waist. Let's bring the trunk of the body to neutral. From here, both arms come up. Reposition the feet so that both toes are forward. That left toe is no longer turned in. Sweep the arms back behind you. One big sweeping motion. Inhale and place the knuckles at your low back. Let's work on correcting that middle back and that neck posture. Inhale into your center chest. Pull your elbows back. Lift the ribs first. Now this is where you get to check in with your neck. Lift the chin a little bit and then a little more. Maybe just shift your eyes. Lots of health benefits just shifting the eyes. Opening the throat a little more if the neck permits. 1 more big inhale, big breath, exaggerate. Exhale, lower your ribs. Ribs are at neutral, and then drop the chin. Let's do 1 more like that. Inhale into the center chest, beginning with the chin to chest. We pull up through the ribs first, the larger muscle group that's going to support that opening in your throat. Lift the chin. Hold it there. Option to look up. Press the shoulders away from your ears. 1 more big breath. And now drop your ribs and drop your chin. From here, we're bending that right knee, taking the arms out to the side. Pull the elbows in. Balance challenge as we shift forward. We're peeling up that back left heel. Both knees are bent. Sweep that left knee forward, pointing that left toe down towards the ground. Depending on the kind of shoes you have on today, this can be more challenging than being barefoot. It can get really challenging. As much as we might have shoes that feel comfy and supportive, they can actually inhibit the movement of muscles. From here, lift that knee a little higher. For balance, working with your eyes, look down past your cheeks, lower your head enough so that an egg could roll off your head. All of these are techniques to improve balance, the nervous system. Big inhale, reach up and overhead. Sweep the left arm behind you to the low back. Lift that left knee a little higher, and now try reaching across with your right hand. Drawing the left shoulder back and twisting. When you're ready, slowly bring it to center. Arm overhead, neutral. And now step down and relax both hands. All right, reset. Shake it out. Shake it out. Y'all are doing great. I will say again, if you start to get any cramping in your feet or cramping even in your hips, it could be because our shoes are too supportive. Because they have cushion into the arch cannot flex adequately. So let's start that sequence on the other side. First, looking at the alignment of the feet. We want to imagine that there's walls on both sides. Those feet would be flush to a wall. Stepping the right foot back this time and making sure from that left heel to the right toe, it's only about a dollar bill length. We don't want too wide of a stride. Now, naturally, what our bodies will do, the toe will turn out. So we're either going to have flush to a wall, or we're turning that right toe in, which is going to turn your right hip in when you do this. Make sure those knees are nice and loose. Press into the inner blades of the feet. Inhale, both arms up. Reach it up nice and tall. Exhale, keep reaching up with your right. Sweep back as you twist to the left, lowering that left arm down towards your right leg. Whatever leg is behind you, reach down towards that right heel, push down into the right heel, and as you inhale, breathe into your upper right lung. Reach to the right fingertips. Big inhale. Exhale in place. You could look back over your left shoulder. This would be like the more natural movement of the spine and the twist. Inhale, reach up, lift that right shoulder, and push back and down into that right heel for balance. Slowly release the shoulder. We have one more. Big inhale, reach it up. Lift the shoulder, push back into that heel, opening up the weights on the right side. Slowly relax that down. Let's take our right hand to our weights. Left hand comes around. Reposition that right toe so that both toes are forward. Little bend in that front knee. Both arms up and overhead. Big breath in. Big reach. Exhale, sweep it back. Knuckles by the low back. Working on strengthening the middle and upper back. Inhale into your belly, up into your heart. Lift your ribs. Pull the elbows back. Your spirit animal is a chicken right now. So chicken. Open your throat. Big breath in. On the exhale, drop the ribs first and then the chin. One more, nice and slow. Big breath in. Into the belly, into the central chest. Open through the gut. Open the throat. One more big breath. And now exhale, relax your belly. Relax your heart. At this point, maybe set your gaze for balance. Lower your chin and look past the cheeks. This could feel wonderful if you've had to stare at a monitor for a while already today. Relax your eyeballs. Let's bend that front knee. Bring the arms up with the elbows bent, cactus arms. Start lifting the right heel and bending the right knee. So already we're in like a little preparatory lunge type position. From here, taking that leap of faith, we're sweeping through with that right knee for balance. Now, another thing with balance that's really interesting is as soon as we lift that knee, your obliques are going to fire up. And we just spend a lot of time actually stretching the obliques. So try to push your right hip down. Press over into your left hip a little bit. Push into the inner face of your feet. From here, slowly bring the arms up, one nice big stretch, reach, lift that right knee a little higher, balance and strength. This is a paradox right here. For those of us that have to sit a lot, this muscle gets tight and weak. So even though we're in this position a lot, we're not able to fire up the muscle. That's where back injuries come from. Let's take the right hand into the low back. Remember to smile as you reach. Look down at the floor, pull that left shoulder up. Now bring it across towards your right leg. Look over your right shoulder. Maybe twist a little bit at the waist. Big inhale, lift a little higher. Slowly bring it to center. Let's step both feet down onto the ground and shake it out. So it's, again, very common if you've had cramping in your feet, tightness in your hips. Let's get into those side hips. We already spent a lot of time on the trunk of your body here today and the front of the hip. We opened up the back of the hip. Let's dig into the side hip. I know y'all are excited for this. Take your feet out as wide as your body permits. Again, imagine it's a wall just outside your feet that the feet are flush with. Lift your left toe and swivel it all the way out to the side. From here, bend your right knee. Keep a tiny little bend in that left knee. That was my foot. I just caught by the way that echo. So bend your right knee, keeping a softness in the left knee, and start pushing your tailbone back towards your right heel. This stretch does not always feel good. I just want to throw that out there. It's for your hip. It's also for the psoas. That psoas muscle connects on the inside of your thigh. It goes around deep in the trunk of the body to your middle spine. It's a big muscle. To dig into that bigger muscle, that left hand is going to stay first, either on your thigh or your shin. Try not to let the hand rest on the knee, although it sometimes feels such a perfect fit. Don't want to do that. From here, tuck your right knuckles into your low back. Draw that right shoulder back and push down into the inner blade of your left foot. Press into that blade of the left foot. Bend the right knee and keep pushing into the inner blade of your foot. If you feel it in your shoulder, you're not doing it right. Hopefully you feel it down here on the inner thigh into the hip connectors. Draw that shoulder back more. If you want to increase the intensity with this, or maybe you just want to see how things might change, open your left hand, push the knuckles of the left hand into your leg and your leg into your hand. Inhale into your upper right lung. Push that left shoulder more, a little more, and now inhale, right arm straight up. From here, we're transitioning. This is an interesting way to get into this unique stretch. Bend your left knee as you straighten your right leg. There you go. I heard some snap, crackle, pop back in there. This is good. It's your little chiropractic adjustment. I'll take your $20 code deal. When you're ready, keep pressing. So now we are in a side angle lunge position. If you would like to straighten both legs, go ahead and try it. Left leg straight without locking out the knees. Check in with those knees. Want to make sure they got a little bounce in them. One more big inhale. Push the left hand into the leg and the leg into the hand. Maybe look up. That will continue that spiraling stretch through your body, strengthening those muscles that stitch up your spine. Now, when your body is ready, lower that top right arm. We want to take our sweet time getting out of it. Bend your left knee. Remember to smile. Draw your hand up onto your thigh. Pause for a moment. Check in with your hips. Push off the leg. And now swivel that left toe in. Bend your knees. Let's reset. Let's reset with this. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, sweep the arms back. Fist to your low back. Big inhale into your heart. Open the throat. Exhale, drop your ribs. Chin to chest. Push the hips back. Halfway down. Opening up to that SI joint. Remember to smile. We want the jaw to be relaxed and the muscles in the face to be soft. Slowly push into the inner blades of the feet. Come up, strengthen that low back. From here, keeping the left leg straight, edge of the foot flush to a wall. Let's lift our right toe and swivel it out. Keeping both knees soft. Hands might come to the waist at this time. From here, we're slowly bending just the left knee. Lift the hips back, pushing your tailbone back towards your left heel. Now remember, in many ways, you get to determine how you feel. Not every day can you say that, right? But speaking of physical health, in this way, we can control the effort, the intensity that goes into creating this stretch. So really attempt to moderate it. And it is possible to accidentally hurt yourself in these stretches, especially if it's a new feeling and you're not judging it as a bad sensation. Just go easy. You'll know it's too much if you walk funny in the next 5 minutes. Then you'll know you did too much. From here, open that right hand on the inside of the right leg. Bring the knuckles of the left hand to the low back. Let's draw that left shoulder back. Press the right arm into the leg and the leg into the arm. Keep pushing into the inside blade of the right foot, tilting the hips back, bending that left knee. The deeper you bend the left knee, the more you're going to want to push that left hip back. That's going to protect the knee joint. Breathe into that upper part of your left lung, drawing that left shoulder back a little more. It is a really has the potential to be an intense static stretch. From here, let's slowly take our hand onto our shin or thigh. All in one movement, we're beginning to bend the right knee as we straighten the left leg. At this point, start to open that left hip just a little more. Option to keep the hand pressing into the thigh or the shin. Roll that left shoulder back more. Hold it there. Inhaling, taking that top arm up and overhead. We can hold it right here for 2 more breaths. Relax your jaw. There's a lot of hip stuff going on here. Option to straighten your right leg. So now both legs straight. We ease into this really big stretch for the body. Open up that right hand. Press the arm into the leg and the leg into your hand. Push into the inner blades of the feet. Imagine you're trying to spiral or twist your knees towards your pinky toes. I know it sounds crazy, but I promise you can do it. Big inhale, looking up. This completes the total body workout with this one stretch. If we can work into this every day, we have the possibility to have optimal health with the body. When you're ready, lower that top arm to the hip or waist. Go ahead and slide that right arm to the shin or thigh. Bend the right knee. Push off that leg so you can slowly come up. Easy does it coming out of that. Slowly swivel that right toe in. Keep in mind, we're not just working muscles here. We are having to stretch intestines. We're moving the liver, the kidneys, so don't force it. Arms overhead. Big inhale, reach. Exhale, stay in place. Inhale, make fist and circle the hands back. Fist to your low back, chin down. Exhale in place. Big inhale. Exhale, halfway down, flipping the tailbone back, lowering at the most halfway. So you don't have to go halfway down into that tabletop back. That would be the maximum range of motion. Anything beyond this makes it harder to get back up. When you're ready, slowly press into the inner blades of the feet. Let's come up, strengthening that low back. From here, inch the feet in towards each other, toes touching, heels with a little bit of space. So maybe now a silver dollar between the heels, so the toes are touching. Inhale, both arms up and overhead. Exhale, coming down halfway with arms to the side. Lean out with your neck, lean out through the crown of the head. Keep a softness in your kneecaps. Shift the weight forward as if you were going to lift your heels, but don't lift your heels at the nose dive. So just shift the weight forward. Let's place the hands down on the thighs, bend the knees, start straightening your arms so you're able to create a pretty solid contraction in your middle back. That is like the part of the spine that takes the brunt of us sitting at a desk all day, and that affects the shoulders too. So straightening those arms, it's just another expression of a chicken. It's another type of chicken. Big inhale, exhale, bend the elbows, pull the ribs in, drop your head and neck so that you're able to shake it, yes, and turn it left and right. Let's strengthen that back one more time. Knees are bent, elbows are bent. Start to straighten the arms, pushing into the thighs, propping up the spine. Press the shoulders towards your hips so you open the neck. Maybe lift the chin a little bit. Imagine your shoulder blades can slip into your back pockets. If you have pockets on your pants, you want to slip those shoulder blades into back pockets. One big inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows. Slowly bring in the ribs. Drop your chin, head and neck. Shake off the head and neck. Bending the knees, pressing into the thighs. Come up about halfway. Not so hard of a contraction here. And now walk the hands up. Take the feet out to any comfortable width as we wrap up our session today of total body reset. Big inhale up. Soak it up. Exhale back. Two more. Big inhale. Exhale back. Remember to smile. Raise your eyebrows. Animate the face. And from here, you are done. You're all done. 30 minutes.